Giving the failed Delmar Loop Trolley a new lease on life. Today, the Bi-State Board of Commissioners voted to take over operations of the trolley that is now shut down. But critics say there's really no way to get this deal on track. Here's Elliot Davis with tonight's You Paid For It.
The Bi-State Board went along with an idea it rejected just 2 years ago, having Bi-State operate the trolley that's already cost taxpayers tens of millions of dollars to build. This time, the turnaround was at the urging of St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones. She pushed Bi-State to support the trolley. She and other government leaders sit on the board that runs the trolley by nature of their offices. I asked Mayor Jones about statements that she made against the trolley when she was running for mayor a year ago.
Last year, March, when you were talking about the Loop Trolley, you made this statement. You said, we should be prioritizing that which promotes equity, access to opportunity, and environmental justice. You further said, I'm not sure the Loop Trolley achieves any of these goals. What's changed since then?
Nothing has changed about my initial thoughts about the trolley. I still hold true that I don't think it should have been built. However, what has changed is a letter from the federal government dated December 27th, asking for $22 million back, which they gave in a grant to the Loop Trolley Transportation Development District.
But Bi-State Commissioner Derek Keith Cox disagrees. He was the lone no vote to taking over running the trolley.
I made a motion that we have the FTA come in and answer the question that we would be losing grant funding if we didn't do this. Because before, when he sat down, he said absolutely not. Bi-State is not on the hook.
Isn't the trolley the only ones on the hook for this? Not the region?
Well, the 5 people who are members of the Loop Trolley TDD are the ones who are on the hook.
The board authorized the Bi-State CEO to negotiate with the Trolley Organization. Under the deal, the trolley would pay Bi-State to run the trolley. The money would come from the sales taxes collected along the route the trolley runs. Also, officials are taking another stab at getting a $1.2 million federal grant from East-West Gateway. The trolley was turned down for that last time. I talked to Bi-State CEO Taulby Roach.
Bi-State can't even get enough buses out on the routes because of the worker shortage. And you haven't even solved the crime problem on Metrolink or the buses. Why take on this?
Well, of course, Mr. Davis, thank you for the question. But so I would disagree with you. We've made a lot of progress on crime, and we're moving forward on all of those issues. We are in the business of solving problems and building partnerships. And we've built a partnership, for instance, with the mayor who has, taken a very difficult situation, not of her making, and figured out how do we solve the problem.
One person not convinced of this deal is longtime trolley critic, taxpayer watchdog Tom Sullivan.
It's been a boondoggle from the very beginning. It will always be a boondoggle, so they can keep funding it, keep it running, but it isn't going to change it. It's been a waste of money.
Of course, I'll stay on top of the trolley that's already cost taxpayers $51 million. Keep in mind, if you spot questionable government spending, just go to our website, foxnews.com, where you can leave your tips and tell me what you think. After all, you paid for it.